Well, good morning, folks. It is day 3 on our rebuild challenge, and I'm feeling confident today. We've got a lot to do. It's going to be a big day, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to get stuck in and we're going to get it to the MOT station. Whether it'll pass or not, don't know, but the welding's good. We know that. It's just going to be a bugger to get these lights going, but plenty to do. I'll try my hardest to do as much filming as possible, but obviously my priority is to do as much work as I can, but you know, I'll do what I can, and I'll catch up in a minute. I've just got to finish trimming off some of the area for that front bulkhead outrigger to fit in nicely. Then that'll be welded in. That's the last piece to be welded in. Props got to go on, brakes have got to be finished, and then we can drop it down and start doing the incidentals. Right, we've now got a couple more bits to weld, but the outrigger's in. Really pleased with that. That's gone on in treat. So I've just put some seam sealer on there, and then we're going to get it painted up. Oh yeah, nice and shiny. And why did we replace that? I forget now. Was it because it was bent, wasn't it?
Bent, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See that end down there?
Yep. Well, the good news is the Defender is hopefully coming down off the ramp for the last time. So we just need to get her on her wheels now. Got a few little bits and pieces to finish in the engine bay. We've got a header tank to go in, couple of one sill to go on, and then got to try and sort these lights out. So LR Parts have sent us 3 relays and the proper switch for the main lights, and I'm hoping a combination of those is going to fix the problem. So, as you can see, we are not at the workshop. We can only mean one thing. That's right. We had to trailer it back and no, just joking. We actually did get an MOT. And I'm not surprised. I know loads of you are, but we did really do our due diligence on that chassis. And that was the only thing, really, that I was concerned about. So we made sure that every single bit of rot there was taken care of. And obviously all the electrics have been done. We've got the door latches all working. We've got the windscreen wipers all replaced. So there was nothing really for it to fail on as long as the chassis was good. Well, I have given it a bit of a clean, and oh, it's actually got a name. So I did discover on the, where have I got the keys? And its name is Alfie. And I found this key ring on the keys. It's, I don't know what that is actually, a bit of mahogany or something, but it's kind of a cool little key ring, and it came with it, so that's what it's called. We're going to call the 110 Alfie from now on. And Alfie, I'll tell you, drives lovely. Engine and gearbox wise, just absolutely fantastic. There's no knocks or rattles on the actual vehicle other than the doors and the rear exhaust, which absolutely clatter about like nobody's business, so I need to definitely sort that out. But we've got the new grille on there. I had to put that on because I took the old one off to actually remove the bolts for the old bumper, and I just slung that back on. I just think it looks a bit neater. That was our new Hunter grille, so I think that looks cool. We've got a new bumper on there. I put the spare wheel back on the bonnet because I think it looks super cool. We've actually got a wheel on the back as well, so we're all ready for some serious expedition driving. Now, I have had a lot of comments from people basically just saying that the chassis is not worth repairing, and I get where you're coming from, but you have to remember that this vehicle, the plan for this vehicle is to go to America, and I can't send it to America on a new chassis. It has to be the original chassis, and so we have to repair it. Now I know it's not great, but I've been over it really carefully, and do you know what? It is solid. Let me just show you some of the repairs we've done. So here is our outrigger. The thing I like about this particular model, I don't know if they're all like this, but this outrigger, it's got a solid plate at the back of it. Now, I don't think they used to have that. I used to think they used to have sort of like some wings either side that you'd weld onto the chassis. Now, obviously, there's a good chance, like ours, there's a big hole at the back there. So you are basically welding on a repair plate as well as the new cross member. And it's just so much easier to fit. So it's all gone in. Really pleased with that. This is our other outrigger. And again, plate on the back. And I think that is a nice, solid job. So, you know, this is what it was like, which I know is scabby. And it is crusty, but it is solid. You know, it really is. So we had to fabricate a bracket there for that cross member piece. left a drain hole at the bottom, and tried to sort of fabricate it in the same way as the other side. We've got the new prop in place, which went on a treat. And to be fair, it was only the UJs that had gone, but I wanted to do a proper job. It starts up first time every time. So check this out. Where are we? We've got 118. Do you know what? That was so dirty that I thought it was 115, but it's actually 118. So here we go. So you can hear that rattle at the back. That is the exhaust. It's quite annoying really, because it's just sat on the mud flap. So I need to get a little rubber in there, and she won't rattle. But not smoking really at all. Under load she smoked a little bit. I think she does need a bit of a run. But these engines, honestly, it's a cliche, but they are bulletproof. Right. Now, I did have a spare seat that base that I put in, so we're all good there. Do you know what? It is a comfortable place to be in, especially after picking that 90 up. It's so much nicer to drive. I really prefer a 110. I love the look of a 90, but a 110 is just so much nicer to drive, just because the long wheelbase is just so much more forgiving. But yeah, I mean, basically, the only thing, perhaps the tyres are a little bit too aggressive, so it does thunder a little bit with those big BFGs, but I think they look really nice, and they will be really practical. I'm not actually keeping the Boost alloys. As I said before, I've got some nice original tubeless steel rims in white, so they're going to go on eventually. Now, I've got so much planned for the truck, I don't want to go into it too much now. I'm going to do a longer video with all the sort of best bits from the last few days in, but essentially the idea is that the panels are going to change. So we're going for new doors, we're going to go split doors again because I can't afford the new one-piece doors. I've managed to source a tub that's been completely renovated, sandblasted, primed, and it's got side lockers ready, brand new Rhino side lockers. It's an absolute steal. So that is what's going to go in there, and we'll have another look at the chassis then, so you guys can just be sure that we've done our due diligence to make sure it is actually okay. The roof will come off, and then obviously when the tub's back in, the roof will go back on, the doors will go back in, and then probably we're going to be doing a couple of wings. I'm going to keep the bonnet. I'm going to show you a little trick how to straighten those out when it comes off, and then maybe paint. It won't be an amazing paint job, but I think it would be nice just to tart it up. So whether we keep it the same colour or not, I'm not sure. I do like the rack. That's actually really good. It's aluminium as well, so there's no rot on there at all. So I think if I actually get that down and give it a paint, it will look really smart. Now, getting an MOT on Alfie, to be fair, was really close. I was 10 minutes late for my MOT appointment. Luckily, they were running late anyway, so that wasn't a problem. But the problem I had was I couldn't get the latch, the door lock sorted out on the door, because it was catching on the inside here. Now what had happened is this basically plate, I don't know whether someone had tried to break into it before, but that was all pushed back, which meant that this didn't locate properly. So I think someone had tried to jimmy the door, which is why it wasn't working. But I had a handle that I rescued from the TD5, so that went on there. And I basically just put my knee on the door and bent it in half so it would fit properly, because obviously someone had basically pulled the top out to try and get in. But now it's all good. Now I am gutted because obviously I gave myself 3 days to get an MOT so I could drive it back to Liverpool, but sadly I can't get it taxed. And the reason for that is the V5 has still not arrived. Even though I bought it and did all the paperwork in February, it's been to and froing because the previous owner's in poor health. I bought it through a third party. They've had to get confirmation in writing from the previous owner, but it is all in hand, but it's just not come through yet. So I can't tax it, and so I'm not going to drive it illegally. It's going to stay here for a couple of weeks. I'll be going back in the trusty Volvo again, but in 2 weeks' time, hopefully I'll be coming down on the train and taking Alfie all the way back to Liverpool to be looked after and treated to some real upgrades. So thank you for watching these 3 episodes. I hope you've enjoyed them. I am actually going to do a full edit, so there'll be a proper video with all reference to all the parts we put on. So if you're looking at doing something similar on your Defender, it might give you some help. But for now, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you liked what you saw, and I'll catch you on the next one.